welcome back to The Breakdown. My name is Miguel Quiles and I'm in the studio today shooting some portraits, and I wanted to walk you through my setup of basically what I'm using to take these shots. So let's begin first with the camera that we're using. I'm using the Sony a7R III to shoot these portraits today, full frame, 42 megapixels, shooting these close-up beauty shots. So I want a lot of detail, a lot of resolution. So I have to pick a very specific lens to be able to do this. And so what I did was I picked up the new Sigma 105mm f1.4 Art Series lens, and I'm going to be taking all of these shots with this particular lens, pairing it up because this is a Canon mount lens. So this is actually one that's meant to be used on a Canon body. But Sigma makes an adapter called the MC11. So what I'm doing is I'm using the MC11 to use this Canon mount lens on my a7R III. The cool thing is I get continuous autofocus, I get eye autofocus, which is what I'm gonna use to take these beauty shots today. So everything is all basically tuned to be able to work with my camera body. What I'm going to do for my lighting, I'm gonna keep everything very simple. We have a Profoto 5-foot Octa. On the front side of the Octa, I have a grid. And the idea is that with this grid, I want to be able to control the light as I'm shooting these portraits. I don't want the light to spread and go all over the place. I really want the beam of light to be very controlled and very direct. In order to control the light a little bit better, I'm using these black V-flats, which I've had people ask me in prior videos where I got these from. I basically made them. You can go to an art supply store and you could basically buy these panels. You get some gaff tape, which is available at the store, and you basically can gaff tape these things together. So I have a black panel on one side, a black panel on the other. And again, this is just to really help to control some of the light. So you'll have the light coming through this way. Some of it is gonna get absorbed by the black V-flats that are on each side. Then of course we have a Savage background here in the back. So I wanna get a very nice, very even light on this portrait that we're taking. And so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get started, we're gonna light these shots. I'm gonna use a Sekonic light meter, the L858D, to give me an exposure reading. Then we're gonna go off and start shooting, so let's get started. Before we get started, let's talk about how we're gonna dial in our settings for these shots. So like I mentioned, we're using this 5-foot Profoto Octa with the grid. It's got a Profoto D2 as our light. And what we're gonna do to get our camera settings, I'm using this Sekonic L858 light meter, and I have an idea of where I want these shots to be in terms of aperture. I'm looking to get in an f3.5. Even though this is an f1.4 lens, I know you're probably thinking, why not shoot it at f1.4? Truth of the matter is when you're shooting a very close-up beauty shot and you shoot it at f1.4, everything is blurry. There's even a chance that the eye might be out of focus even when you're using technology like eye autofocus in the a7R III. So it's very important in your portraits to get the eyes in focus, and I would rather sacrifice shooting at f1.4. I'd rather be at 3.5 where you get a very nice blur, but you still get everything sharp and in focus. So let's figure out and see if we are getting f3.5 worth of light from our light here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to push the button here on the side. We're gonna put this over the forehead, and we're gonna pop our light, and we're at an f3.6 for our aperture. It's close enough. There isn't a 3.6 setting in the camera, so we're gonna go to 3.5. Shutter speed is 1/1000th of a second, and our ISO is 100. So I'm gonna dial in these settings into my camera, and we're gonna start shooting. All right, everybody, so that is how we shoot these portraits with the Sigma 105mm lens. What questions do you guys have? Leave them in the comment section below, and I will try to get you some answers. While you're here, make sure you subscribe to Adorama TV. They have new videos coming out all the time. Also, make sure that you check out Gabby on Instagram. We'll put her information in the description for this video. She's got a lot of great work as well. And follow me as well. Hopefully I've got some decent pictures there for you guys to check out. So follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Breakdown, and I will see you later. Bye, everyone.